8 ways to hold the line without becoming cold. There's a moment every leader faces. A standard gets missed. A deadline slips. An attitude shifts. Performance dips. And you feel it. You know you have to address it. But here's the tension. You want to hold the line. You refuse to lower standards. But you also refuse to become cold. Too many leaders swing one of two directions. They either soften and tolerate what shouldn't be tolerated, or they harden and protect the standard at the expense of the person. Strong leaders do neither. Today, I want to walk you through 8 ways to hold the line without becoming cold. This is calm strength. This is steady leadership. This is how you protect performance and culture at the same time. Let's get into it. 1. Separate the person from the behavior. Correct actions. Protect dignity. One of the fastest ways to damage culture is to attach identity to behavior. You're careless. You're not committed. You always do this. That language attacks the person. Strong leaders separate the two. The report was late. The client follow-up did not happen. This standard was missed. Behavior can be corrected. Identity should be protected. When people feel personally attacked, they defend. When behavior is addressed clearly, they adjust. You can be firm without being personal. That is leadership maturity. 2. Keep your tone steady. Firm does not require volume. I've led in high-pressure environments for years. Sales floors, high production teams, relentless metrics. The loudest leader in the room is rarely the strongest. Volume is not authority. Steadiness is. If your tone spikes every time something goes wrong, your team learns to brace emotionally instead of improve. Calm tone communicates control. Control communicates safety. And safety allows performance correction to actually land. If you cannot regulate your tone, you cannot regulate your team. 3. Maintain eye contact in hard conversations. Do not emotionally retreat. There is a subtle form of cold leadership that shows up physically. Leaders look away. They glance at notes. They avoid eye contact when delivering accountability. That feels like withdrawal. If you are going to correct someone, stay present. Maintain eye contact. Not aggressively, not intimidatingly, but steadily. It communicates, I'm here. This matters. And I still see you. Hard conversations require presence, not emotional retreat. 4. Be specific about the standard. Vague standards create emotional tension. Nothing creates frustration like unclear expectations. If you say, you need to do better, that creates anxiety. Better how? Compared to what? Measured how? Strong leaders define the line clearly. The expectation is 10 calls before noon. The follow-up standard is 24 hours. This role requires proactive communication before issues escalate. Specificity removes emotion from correction. Clarity reduces drama. When the standard is objective, enforcement feels fair. Cold leaders criticize. Strong leaders clarify. 5. Explain the why when it matters. Authority with context builds trust. Not every decision needs a dissertation. But when accountability impacts someone's workload, compensation, or autonomy, context matters. Explain the why, not to justify yourself. Not to seek approval, but to build understanding. When we miss follow-up windows, client trust erodes. When standards slip here, it impacts the entire team's numbers. This metric protects our long-term reputation. Authority without context can feel cold. Authority with context builds alignment. People don't resist standards. They resist confusion. 6. Follow through. Consistently, cold leaders punish. Strong leaders enforce. This is where many leaders get uncomfortable. They talk tough but hesitate to act. Or they enforce one week and ignore the next. Inconsistency creates more fear than firmness ever will. When consequences are predictable and consistent, they feel fair. When they are emotional and reactive, they feel personal. Following through is not harsh. It is protective. You are protecting the standard. You are protecting the culture. You are protecting high performers who rely on consistency. Strong leaders enforce. Cold leaders overreact. There is a difference. 7. Stay relational after accountability. Do not withdraw connection after correction. This is the one most leaders miss. They deliver the hard message. Then they emotionally distance themselves. They become short, transactional, less warm. That creates insecurity. It makes people wonder, am I on thin ice? Did I permanently damage trust? If accountability is handled, let it be handled. Be relational afterward. Ask about their weekend. Support their next deal. Coach their next opportunity. Correction should not cancel connection. When people know they are still valued, they improve faster. 8. Model the standard yourself. Credibility eliminates the need for harshness. If you demand punctuality and you are late, your words lose weight. If you demand emotional control and you are volatile, standards feel hypocritical. The strongest accountability tool is example. When your team sees you living the standard, enforcement feels aligned, not aggressive. You do not need to pound the table. Your behavior speaks. Credibility reduces friction. Leaders with credibility rarely need harshness. Closing reflection. Holding the line is not about being tough. It is about being steady. Cold leadership creates compliance. Calm, strong leadership creates commitment. You can protect performance without sacrificing humanity. You can enforce standards without damaging dignity. You can be firm and relational. In fact, the best leaders are both. Standards matter. People matter more. If you lead with clarity, consistency, and calm strength, you will never need to become cold to be respected. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to go deeper down the leadership rabbit hole, check out my leadership book series. Thank you for watching.